Hello and welcome, my lovely Sagittarius. This is your weekly intuitive energy and card reading for the week of December 30th through January 5th, 2020. Oh, geez, Louise, I better get used to it. This is the last reading for 2019 and the first reading for 2020. Remember, time is merely a pretense, of course, but these could be past, present, or future energies, and I absolutely feel this is from the past moving into the future. I'm going to pull a spread for 2019, the last energy you need from Spirit and me, and then the 2020, the first messages you need. All right, me being the Queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and using our will for the highest good and calling. What do we have in the energies above us? We already have some cards going for you, my lovely Sagittarius, but the only thing we have coming up is this wonderful ending of 2019, moving into the 1/1, January 1st, 2020 energy. And it's still a little bit contemplative. It's still a little bit less than fresh in terms of just moving forward with something new. I know Spirit has asked me to not start things just yet. So Sagittarius, if you're with me on that, then I bet you feel it. But Mars is moving into that lovely Sagittarius eager archer energy. So we should have that kickstart fiery energy, your energy, to get us moving. All right, so the card for 2019. The first card here I have is the Hermit. And then I have the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords in reverse. Hiding out in safety. Seeking your own light, though. It's not entirely still, but there's a bit of a withdrawal feeling here in the Hermit, more than just kind of like a hiding out. Two nines here, because the next card is the Nine of Swords and then the Eight of Swords in reverse. You've been working on your Nine of Swords. You've been working on that last full moon energy that was the Knight of Swords. That really, what do I need to handle in my last business? And it's setting yourself free or deciding to stay somewhere. It's a very should I stay or should I go energy. Should I fight this or shouldn't I? For my Sagittarius. Oh. This is a very beautiful Five of Cups for me. It's, one of the things about it, it's, in the cartomancy, it's working for love. And this feels like you're letting out all the cup, just giving love. But it's too much. This bird is worn. But I have the Sun card and the Star in reverse. It brings you great happiness, but it doesn't bring you your dream come true. Could be an Aquarius in your energy for the Star. The Sun could be a Leo. But what it really is you're just giving so much still. You're giving a lot. It makes you happy, but it's not your dream come true. There is a brighter happiness out there for you. And you really can't mistake contentedness for happiness. And that's kind of what I feel here for my lovely, lovely Saggies. Okay. Oh, it's too many cards. It's like 6 cards. Come on. What advice do we have for my lovely Sagittarius for 2019? Closing the door. It was a big lesson to take back power of your energy. The use of your energy the most this year. I have the Empress in reverse, the Ace of Wands upright, and the World in reverse. This is such a caught energy. Your garden ain't right enough for you to move forward, but you're going to do it anyway. Saggies, you're just like, I've got to go. You know, I got to take this adventure. Look at this Ace of Wands, this inspiration. Very cow jumped over the moon, kind of like dreaminess about it. That you're like, I may not be fully straight as an Empress. And this is advice from Spirit, actually. I'm sorry. That you may not be straight as an Empress. There's something about your garden that maybe ain't just perfectly perfect. But you're not gonna let that hold you back, Saggies. You've decided. There's been some sort of decision here. And then I have the World here in reverse. And it's coming up against that first block, that first completion, that first big finish and the end of the year. You've come... Spirit is trying to reassure you that you're in the right. You're right where you need to be. What they're saying is that you kind of took that leap forward, that Ace of Wands, passionate in your beginning kind of jump. And then as soon as you did, you came to a block. And you're a little pissed about it. But Spirit says to close out 2019. I'll put one more card here. The Four of Cups. Yeah, it's led to a little bit of boredom. A little bit of just kind of just getting by. Spirit tells me to go into that 2020 portion of the reading. Because what happens here is you're like, you spent so time being afraid of something that when you took that leap forward to go, you didn't expect that you'd reach empath number 1 on like day 1, step 2 kind of thing. So, it has you a little perturbed because you have been working on things. But I feel that Nine of Swords, you're still a little indecisive about whether you think you need to be totally free or whether you need to, you can retain some of your bounds and some of your responsibilities as you see them. I have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Not moving forward, especially in love. The Magician upright and the Queen of Wands. This is for your 2020 energy for this week, first few days of 2020. The Knight of Cups in reverse. It's like, to me this card feels like pouring out love that really wasn't love. It's like I'm pouring that crap out and moving on. This is ridiculous. This also has drink in the face kind of feeling. Because there's a bit of manifestation going on here with this Magician card. You're making something come true. And in making something come true, you've absolutely decided to reject the things that seriously get in the way. And you're starting to ask some questions. Perhaps not ask questions, because the Cups cards and the royalty, they don't speak a lot. They're very ill communicative sometimes, especially in reverse. But it's like you've been watching, like your lover's moves or your biggest support's moves. Your bonus person in that corner that's supposed to, you know, be in your corner looking out for you. That kind of person, you've been watching them. And you're very aggravated by their behavior. And I believe that you realize this person doesn't actually support you or doesn't really believe you're serious about something that you're very serious about. And from that anger of like, you don't think I can do it, mother. You start building, you start creating, you start running again. You're going to pull on this Queen of Wands solution energy. From whatever that stoppage was in 2019, the stop for at the end of 2019 or that hold up, that hermit, that felt like hermit energy in 2019, that was Spirit telling you who's on your team. There are people on your team, there are people not on your team. And, in that space of, maybe it was holiday space, you were able to keep an eye on people who were really out on your team and who weren't. And I was Queen of Wands energy, the solution energy. So the physical empaths that really kind of, the physical empaths that really, you know, the physical stoppage that forced you to look at your boring love life, your Four of Cups, your lack of excitement and love, whatever that was, you're going to find the solution to after you realize who's on your team. It just means that the next steps you go, you're not taking some people with you. This could be completely in love and family and kingdom building, especially with the Queen of Wands there. But it's, it feels more like wherever you're going with this anyway. It feels more career-oriented. It feels more like personal journey, spiritual journey, or a personal journey. It would have been nice to have your spouse there, but then I gotta be. This is bigger than that kind of feeling. It's very serious for you. All right, for the 2020, the rest of 2020, first days of 2020 through the 5th. You're going to get movement, though, with that Queen of Wands as well. 7 of Swords in reverse. Yes, we knew somebody was being dishonest with you, and you would come into that truth. Be able to handle those cards. So it's going to make you, force you to make a change, and it's going to change your beliefs as well. But it's going to destroy your whole self. I have the 7 of Swords, coming into some truth, getting out of illusions, cutting through the bullshit. You know, obviously there was something that wasn't quite the way you thought it was, and we have the Scorpio card here. I don't think this is a Scorpio in your energy. I think this is you murdering off the darling of yourself that you used to be in 2019. You're through with that. It's just, this is kind of shocking to you. Like, it changed your whole perception on something. It made you feel like you're kind of in the dark about something. There's something about it. This is Pisces energy, just a lot of water energy in this line of cards for 2020, incoming energy through the 5th of January. It's just emotional emotion of, oh my God, I don't know this person. I assumed this person was going to be this person, and I assumed they knew I was going to be this person, and that ain't the case. And it might not even be people, it might even be career. I don't have a lot of pentacles here, but a lot of emotions, a lot of water. But it could be, I thought this project, this career was going to be this way, and it's actually this way, which is just going to piss me off all the time. A lot of us are still going to keep going. This difference, you're going to try adjusting to this difference. So there's no telling where this is, the relationship or career is going to go. But Spirit is advising that you're going to move forward. You're going to adjust. You're going to shed the old you. It's not what you were expecting at all. But there's something about it. Either the fact that you've put in 10 years of school behind it, or you're just, you know, you've been pushing. It's like you've been kicking and fighting for this promotion. And it showed up, and you showed up, and, oh, you want me to do what? What needs to be done? Oh, things are that bad? You know, that kind of thing. Or, that's not what they taught us in school. But you're not going to say that because, you know, we're going to be damn cool about it, Saggies. All right, let's get some advice from Spirit for the rest, the early days of January. Mars in Sagittarius. You should be fired up in your sign, ready to move. This is just expressing yourself wholly after all the learning that we've done, and now you clearly on a new adventure of your own. It's like you're in the middle of it. You've already started moving forward, and you're so in the middle of the beginning. It's actually kind of really good energy. Ew, let's take that, flyers. It just kind of flipped or flopped. 2 of Swords, decision, choice. Bringing something together, really integrating everything together. But it is definitely a fear of choice, a fear of, it's advice from Spirit, your 10 of Cups in reverse, 6 of Swords in reverse, and Spirit, the High Priestess. All right, this is really good energy for this week, going through the 5th of January. The end is, you're really afraid of what? You're just afraid to make this choice. You feel like anywhere you go is murder to you. You know, like I said, you've invested a lot in something, but on the other hand, it doesn't look very good right now going into that. What are you scared of? Well, I'm scared of picking a 10 of Cups in reverse and a 6 of Swords in reverse. Just a horrible victory. No real victory there. And then all the love drained, love and happiness and luxury drained from my life. Your Spirit is saying they acknowledge your fears, Sagittarius. They acknowledge that you're afraid to make that choice just because it doesn't look so good. But there's something about it that's very High Priestess energy that you're bringing in. Some kind of knowing, some kind of like ownership of the sun and the moon and the heavens and the gold versus the silver. It's like that duality. There's something about it that you know about it. I mean, if you show up and they said, oh, by the way, you're going to be shoveling shit and you're a CPA, making that decision would be easy, is what Spirit is saying. Making that Tuesday decision would be like, oh my gosh, I messed up. I got to turn around, start looking for another job, I got to get out of here. This is ridiculous, right? Easy decision. The reason you're having difficulty with this decision because it doesn't look as bad as you think it is. You already beginning to like tickle your brain. The level of enlightenment and upgrade this is going to be for your life all around. It's like the re-education of Sagittarius happening with this High Priestess energy coming after those two fears. Spirit's like, you see the possibilities, Saggies. You're going to be a lot better off than you think. And amazingly, you know that. It's a challenge too. Spirit says this is a challenge. Very challenged. Like they'll make a movie about you in your inner city school or business or whatever in the future kind of challenge. All right, my loves. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Have a great week. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, tip or donate if the Spirit moves you. And of course, have a wonderful new year, my lovely Sagittarius.